Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode on competitive multiplayer. So today is the day to sell everything and also to basically make as much money from the sawmills as possible, and also we might sell a few more trees because we do have the time. So anyway, first things first, we need to get to the production yard because that is where our expensive sunflower oil is. That's where it's all being produced from our sunflowers, believe it or not. And yeah, we need to get it all put onto the trailer and then taken to whichever sell point is best. Now, as we're passing, I wonder if these two sawmills here have got any wood in them. If they do, that big log you can see there needs to be taken to the sawmill, the public sawmill, for selling. So if we just go onto here, it's going to be one of these two. So yes, they do both have quite a bit of wood in them. So we need to save that log and sell it. It would be a total waste. It would be basically like pressing the delete button if we put it into there. So yeah, we'd never get the reward from it. But anyway, yeah, production yards over here. And also, I really do think this has been a fabulous series. I think it's been my favourite competitive series to date. Comment down below. Let me know which one your favourite has been. Of course, if you are a relatively new viewer, you might not have seen any of our other competitive Let's Plays, because we don't do every single one as competitive. Like the previous one was cooperative, and the next episode, next series is going to be a bit of both. It is going to be strictly one bank account, so that makes it automatically cooperative. That's what was voted for, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way, where we do manage our own areas. So really looking forward to that. We've never done that before. But yeah, it looks like we've got two of these here. We've got quite a few on the trailer. We do also have eggs to sell, so I'm going to take the eggs as well. But I wonder how many more we have got to produce, because anything which isn't produced in time will be lost. Okay, so we do have another pallet coming fairly soon. But then after that, I think we should probably stop this production, empty the sunflowers out and sell them as they are, because otherwise they are going to be discarded, and that would be no good. So really, I need to wait for that next pallet, otherwise it's going to be it would mean doing a trip for one, although, well, do the chickens have any food in there? If they don't, they're not going to produce any more eggs. No, okay, so they are done, in which case we can just sell them. But let's just get these eggs taken. And we might have a pallet or two over at the other farm as well. I did actually place this in a fairly bad place. Yeah, I should have put it, well, maybe over on that side. That would have been better. But yeah, just get these on, and then goodbye to the chickens. Oh, please don't fall off. Oh no, and it went with enthusiasm too. So there we go, we've got the pallet. Get it all the way through to sunflowers. No? Maybe it's because it's activated, okay. There. Oh, okay. Well, we'll stick with tradition of me not being signed in as an admin. Right, deactivate. So hopefully now... Good grief. Okay, interesting. But why? Well, I feel like I've either done something really obviously wrong here, or it's just not doing sunflowers. In which case, I need to get that activated again, because otherwise, we are not going to get our money. Although, maybe this might have been finished by the end of the episode, but I really would like to get that out of there. Ugh. Yeah, it's a mystery. Do you think I'm doing something really obviously wrong? I did deactivate it. I don't know what makes sunflowers so special to not be on the list. But anyway, yeah, they are now set to automatically sell. So let's just hope it does consume as much as possible. Right, anyway, we do have at least 2 pallets of eggs over at the other farm, so we need to go and get those. And the best sell point for sunflower oil is 6519. Oh, is that Chainsaws? Does he own that? There is a 6519. No, it's not Chainsaws, is it? Right, so it looks like that's probably the place we're going to. 6519, yeah, very good. That is an exceptionally good price. I wonder if that place accepts eggs. It does. It's not the very best place, but it's extremely good. It's like, yes, it's £2 off the best, I think. 2.5, yeah, pretty sure it is. Right, okay. Let's go. We have our collection of trailers. One of them is going to be needed for trees, but the other one, well, it can just be sold whenever. But everything is going to be sold today. And this episode only, the rule has been relaxed about resetting. We can reset anything to the store, providing it's going to be sold. Just because it's going to speed things up. A few people suggested just selling everything from the menu. If we both sell from the menu, then it would be equal. And that's true. It's very true. But the figures wouldn't be as impressive. So I think we're just going to do it. Oh, good grief. Why did my tines... I didn't even do that. Yeah, I think we're just going to do it this way. This chicken enclosure was a bit of a fail, because, yeah, it wasn't even supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be bigger. Quickly, because the price is decreasing. Don't ram the trailer, Daggerwin. Please don't fall off. Right. And I think that, yes, there's just a tiny bit left over here. And then we can sell the chicken. I suppose, actually, we could delete the enclosure right now. Still need to do the other one. And as I said before, I'm not really expecting to win at all. I just enjoy the challenge. And as long as I'm... oh no. Oh no. And I was going to say, as long as I don't finish with 2 million and Chainsaw finish with 10 million, then I'm happy. Obviously that's not possible anymore. But it could have been. Okay. Right, so here we go with these hens. Oh, where have they gone? There they are. Yeah, we're not going to get much money back for them, but it'd be something. So, how do I do this? Yes. Wow, £50. Very good. And 105. It's exceptional. Hopefully we get more for the actual enclosure. And yes, everything is allowed to be sold except for the original yards, just because there was a huge discrepancy between the value of Chainsaws and mine. It's just the way we had to do it. So £1,220 back for that. Okay. Actually, just free up these 2 trees now. They could be sold. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get this taken. Oh my goodness, I've knocked them over again. Let's get them taken to the sell point before that price decreases anymore. There's my pressure washer. It didn't get a lot of use, but it did get some use. And I made it through the gate without crashing into it. Hooray! Now I mustn't forget where the entrance is. Where is it? There it is. Again, it's not one of the easiest sell points to get into, but it's not the worst. Okay, here we go. Very good. I can't keep track of all those numbers, but yes, it was very, very good. And we have hit 7 million. Woohoo! So, yeah, I know I'm still behind, but still, we've hit 7 million. What an achievement. That is that getting better than what we finished Hutan Panta on? I can't believe it. I actually can't believe the numbers. This is amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Actually, we probably should not come back empty-handed. I should likely go to the forest first, because we've got trees down here. If I put 2 trees on board, we can sell those. But I do want to tab back to the production yard to sell those chickens. I do still have my winch here as well, and yeah, lots of wood chips, which do need to be sold. But we'll let them produce as many as possible. We'll park this here so we've got a good area to load up. And we will head back to the chickens. Hello, chickens. So where can I sell you from? Don't worry, you're going to a new home. They're very loving. 360. And that'd be £4,000. Plus 1,787. So, yeah, overall, not terrible. They've been generating money through eggs for quite some time. And then we do have the building itself, which is just less than £40,000. Which again is not terrible. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, here we are. 2 trees. We're only taking the best bits of each tree. Oh, every time I've got to do this. Pick up the chainsaw. Yeah, just the best bits. Because transporting them is a bit of a pain. You don't want to be spending forever stripping off all those branches. I'll get them loaded up and I'll see you at the sell point. Wow, remind me to never go anywhere again without my weight. It's surprising how handy it is having a rear weight on a telehandler. So anyway, after all that performance, I have finally arrived at the sawmill with my 2 massive logs, and we make almost £30,000 from that. So it's not bad, but yeah, it's quite a bit of faffing about. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to start clearing some machinery, selling stuff that we don't need anymore. Really, actually, I think it's pretty much everything except for the telehandler. There's also a bale, one random bale that really should be sold. because it's been lurking around the yard for quite some time. We do also have a few things in the silo, not much, but we've got a few things in the silo. Soybeans, and then I think there's just like 1900 litres of oats, that sort of thing. Trying to leave it as long as possible for the soybeans, because the longer we wait, the higher the price. But yeah, it looks like we'll get about 2,500 roughly, which is not terrible. It's about 1,000 off the best price, so it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. But really, the soybeans want to be last, just the very end. So I think what I'll do is I will get the random bale, and I'll probably put it into the Bailey trailer, along with about 1,000 litres of oats. It wasn't much, was it? Yeah, 2,000 litres of oats. And then we've only got 374 litres of sorghum. Blimey. I think Chainsaw has started selling his machinery. What I don't want is to get left behind. Don't want to be like, oh, Chainsaw's finished and he's all waiting for me, so I don't want to have that. Actually, whilst I'm here, I might as well pop the trailer, as we have two of them, into the sell point. I suppose we should repaint. There we go, that gets rid of that. And now, the bale and the Bailey trailer. Sounds like an interesting story, that, doesn't it? The story of the bale and the Bailey trailer. Here it is. So yeah, I know it's been suggested quite a few times about getting the Sell Everything mod, where we can sell seed and all that sort of stuff. It's a fabulous idea, really good idea. We never did get around to actually install it onto the server, but I don't suppose like the resale value of some of the seed is going to make a massive difference. I expect whoever wins Chainsaw will be probably like $500,000 in front anyway, so I don't think I've got £500,000 worth of seed. So it's a nice thought, but well, like I said, we never got around to actually installing it. Okay, right, well, let's get this taken over there. Looking forward to selling my soybeans. It's going to be nice to have another fairly large chunk of money. Probably best I don't start resetting machinery to the store until Chainsaw's cleared anyway, because he's obviously there at the moment. So, let's have a look here. Oats. Let's get those oats into there. Very impressive. But it's better than nothing. That's the thing. I laugh at it being only 1,900 litres, but it's even more hilarious if it's 0, isn't it? Well, not hilarious at all, but it's just not as good. Right, let's get that bale popped into here. It should still sell, even though it's not on a flatbed, it's just dumped into a tipper. And I'm just wondering where I can sell the pressure washer. I don't know if that'll actually sell. Is it sellable? I'm not too sure. But I suspect oats will be going to the farmer's market. I'm going to the farmer's market. It is going to be the most obvious place to take all this. Well, there goes the bale. 958. And 138. Reward. Actually, that was really good. That was really good money. And then the oats, yeah, I can't complain at either of them. This is the part where I start a time lapse. I'm going to go and retrieve the very boring, this really is boring, 374 litres of sorghum. And then I'm pretty sure after that, yeah, it's just going to be the soybeans. Can we sell the soybeans now? Is it worth selling the soybeans now? I think it probably is. It's really not a bad price at all. And the places which are currently showing the best are actually showing a down arrow for whatever reason. So, yeah, the horse riding club with the gate I can never get through seems to be the place to go to. But before we do, let's go and get the boring sorghum. Very boring. Right, load number 2 of 3. And the only reason why I'm bringing this here is just to see, or just to basically guarantee that we are getting the bonus at the other place, because it never tells us, it never itemizes it, but I'm pretty sure it is putting the bonus into the overall value. Yep, it is doing. So the other place is better, so the last load is going back up to the top. Everything keeps freezing like this. I think that must be every time Chainsaw resets something to the store. Yeah, it's really freezing quite nicely. But anyway, yeah, this will all fit into the trailer. Trailer can carry 21,000. This is 19. So after this, the only thing which we're going to be carrying, I think, is wood chips. And yeah, we'll have to go down to the other forest. And then I think what I'll do is I'll bring the winch back with me. Yes, it's still stuttering. I think it's Chainsaw. And then we can hopefully drag that log, the big log, to the sawmill and then sell the Challenger. Yeah, it's got to be him resetting. Nothing else would cause that, I don't think. I think all the wood chips will be going to the farmer's market. But yeah, I should get another £55,000 here, maybe more, 58. Yeah, I'll go with 58. Oh, I should have said 55. Always a mistake to change your mind. Anyway, I will see you over at the big sawmills, the 2 big sawmills. We've got to go and pick up all those wood chips. Problem is, any which are produced from now onwards will be potentially not sold, because we need to sell everything else. We can't just keep shuttling backwards and forwards all day with the wood chips. But I suppose, yeah, in the time we have left, there's not going to be much produced. Well, that's a load of stuff reset back to the dealer. So I think everything here can be sold. And then, yeah, just really trying to give it as long as possible before I sell the wood chips, because I want to stay down there as long as I can. So I think, yeah, instead of me just doing one, jumping out and selling it, we'll just try and fill that trigger box as much as possible. And I'm going to have to push things like these random pallet forks and stuff into the trigger with the telehandler, I think. Shouldn't need the weights again. Looks like, yeah, we're not going to do any more trees. I've seen the scoreboard, and it doesn't matter if I cleared all of my trees. It wouldn't really make a difference, I don't think. But we've got to get a thorough result. We've got to get the final result. And I do have quite a lot of land. I don't know if Chainsaw sold his land, actually. Did he sell his land? Oh, he has. He sold all of his land, or most of his land. So that's where he's managed to get so much money from. Yeah, this would be better as a time-lapse, wouldn't it? I would just keep pulling stuff into here, and I'll sell them. So here we go. I could even sell the Deutz Fire, actually, because, yeah, we've got another tractor and a telehandler here. I think I'll probably repaint everything, if I can do. And the Deutz Fire is 76, there we go. And yeah, these two sawmills have just spawned another pallet, so that's probably it for a long time. Let's get them, well, I've just put that one in, but let's get this one loaded up. And on my way past, we'll try and get something else out of the other two sawmills, but I don't think it's all going to fit, unfortunately. Well, it's a good thing, more money. And I can drop off the winch. But yeah, we do need to get cracking, because I think actually Chainsaw is ahead of me now with getting things all sold. I haven't sold any land yet. And I've got to winch that log to the sawmill. Winch, and yeah, it's never all going to fit. We're going to have to go back to the farmer's market again. But there's our first, well, it's our only full load, but there's our full load of wood chips. I was expecting more. Maybe I shouldn't. They are only wood chips, but yeah, let's just go at the last, and then this trailer is going to the sell point, and the tractor is, and then just the Challenger to drag that log, and then it'll be time to sell all the productions, all the fields. Well, maybe I'm better off just dragging it with this tractor, it's faster. Probably will when we get back. So that's it. That's the last of our wood chips. Actually, that's more than I was expecting for the second load. Pretty good. Okay. So yeah, I just want to get those vehicles if I can. That trailer, I don't know, I probably can't do the trailer because it's attached. Okay, that won't tab at all. There we go. Yep, so I'm just going to go and get the log on the winch, take it to the sawmill, sell everything we've got left, and then I'll see you back somewhere. We won't have a machine, but I'll see you somewhere when we sell our fields. Okay, so it turns out the chainsaw is actually done, and he's now waiting for me. He told me before I started this that he was very busy, he had a lot to do. So yeah, I wouldn't have done this log otherwise. It seems it didn't take him very long at all. I hope it's worth it. This has taken a long time to drag this up here. So I would like at least 10, but it's not going to be. Good grief. It was. So, what we can do is we can reset everything from here. And sell. Okay, so we've got this and we've got... Actually, I can just do everything else with the Matthew Ferguson. Quickly repaint it. Wow. But yeah, absolutely love that Claas Challenger. I knew I was going to have it for the entire series. Very, very nice mod. I wish I could have had it even sooner. I got it as soon as I could afford it. And there were many people actually that said, don't buy the 7S, you'll barely use it. And there you go, 20 hours, real hours. That's a lot for a game. It has been my primary tractor, really. So, get that into there. Goodbye, Matty Ferguson. I know it does take a bit of time to keep repairing and repainting everything, but I think it would probably seem silly not to. Now for the tractor, which was 75 prior to spending any money on it. And there we go. So we're on 7,900. And now, as you can see on this map, we have all of our farmland, except for the original yard. So, oh right, I don't think Chainsaw could sell those fields because there's something on them. Yeah, so here we go. I do need to sell the productions. Why did that one not sell? Oh, it did. It was just being slow. Yeah, so very quickly here. They're still worth 150 each. The silo was already there. I think we've done everything else there. These ones. I don't think there's anything else there. And then we've got these polytunnels. Yep, so it's still processing a very small amount of sunflowers, but I think it did most of them. And yeah, there actually should be another water tower. So that's that. Back onto here again. Continue selling land. Mustn't forget the top field, actually. There is a top field. Easy to forget that one. And again, wow, I didn't know obviously I knew how much land I have, but it's not until you start doing it this way that you realise how much you really do have. We're not allowed to sell the original yard. That's the rule. And we are done. So I think they all went through. Yep. So I finished with 9 million, pretty much. 9,063,000. And the final result. Good grief, we were actually really close. Less than 1 million. Less than 1 million in it. That's amazing. I can't believe we're in these numbers. At the beginning of the series, if somebody said, what do you think you'll finish on? I would have said that. I would have probably finished on about 1.5 million. Chainsaw probably about 2 million. Whew, these numbers. Wow. That is absolutely phenomenal. Okay. So I have no idea where Chainsaw is. But he's somewhere. We're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And until the next series, see you again very soon. Bye for now.